Hi guys, it's a girl Lelamo Tams, also known as Gelawapa Z, girl from Zambia. If you're new to this live stream, please subscribe so that each time I come on a live stream like this or share videos, you'll be notified that Gelawapa Z upon Sapoka video. Thank you so much for 75,000 subscribers. Na totela sana. So in this live stream, I'll be discussing a few things that I've come across on the public domain. And obviously, you know what we've been discussing regarding Zambia. And particularly, obviously, we've been condemning CADRES for some time now. And most of you guys have expressed concerns even during the live streams, which are back tonight. We'll be having the live streams because I wanted people to catch up with the videos first before we discuss anything. So tonight, when we go on the live streams, we'll be discussing that. But meanwhile, I just want to talk about KELVIN SAMPA, who has condemned what the Patriotic Front youth cadres did. It has just been reported, but it happened a few days ago. And you see, these are our worries and concerns as Zambian youths, where we know that PF cadres or UPND cadres have the ability to do certain things, and in as much as UPND cadres are not yet in government at present, my biggest fear is when they are in power, will they do the same as PF cadres, or will it be worse? So let me read something. You see, it's always good when we discuss certain things and we know that this is what is happening, and then we share our concerns as Zambians. And we can't just keep quiet about these things because we choose to turn a blind eye, Okay, so SAMPA, KELVIN SAMPA condemns the violent youths. Now, Central Police Station is one of the most feared police stations. And I don't even know how the PF cadres even had the ability to even go inside there. I don't even know how. Because to me, it just shows that the security in Central Police is breached and it has been tampered with. Who is giving them the ideas of where to go exactly? You can't just storm into a police station and get away with it. There is somebody who's feeding you with information, or you have more power than anybody else. So according to this article, which has been shared by Mary Mwinga, Patriotic Front National Youth Chairperson KELVIN SAMPA has condemned the behavior of PF youths who raided Lusaka Central Police Station. Mr. SAMPA says the PF government will not entertain or shield any youth found wanting because no one is above the law. And this is why I blame people like Bowman Lusambo that say, if you're UPND, you're not allowed to do business, we will stop you. And guess what? When it was announced that the UPND president, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, would be on the Copper Belt in Mufulira for an interview, there was a fracas there. Who caused the fracas? It's because of Bowman Lusambo, who is a proper cadre turned minister. I don't even know what he is even doing in parliament. I don't even know who even hired him. I'm sure you know who did. Okay, so, and on what grounds he was hired, I don't even know. Because I know if Michael Chilufya Sata was alive, Bowman Lusambo would never smell or taste the Parliament of Zambia. But this is what we have. Leadership that is compromised. So SAMPA says, PF is known to be a peaceful and party that respects the rule of the law. Indeed. Indeed. Which law? If PF respects the law and you abide by the laws, we wouldn't have people like Bowman Lusambo whipping people. We wouldn't have people like Bowman Lusambo warning people. We wouldn't even have people like Kampyongo stopping the Zambian youth from protesting. You are not within the law. On that one, you are just trying to sweet talk the Zambian people because you've been caught out, unaware that people know about this. I'm going to read a statement from Radio Phoenix, and then you understand why SAMPA has quickly done this statement. Okay? Okay, so and Mr. Sampa has cautioned the youths not to go to court tomorrow when Minister Chitalu Chilufya appears. Now you can imagine, for those of you who don't know, we have a health minister, Chitalu Chilufya, who is a criminal. He has awarded $17 million to a pharmacy which doesn't exist. Now this guy is a thief, pure thief. He was arrested for 30 minutes, went to police. Within 30 minutes, he had bail. Within few hours, he was already in parliament presenting issues in parliament. Like, you should be on suspension. That is why I even shared a video of the president of Zimbabwe. Check it out on my YouTube channel. The president of Zimbabwe said that what? He fired instantly using the constitution. Meanwhile, our president says he cannot fire people because the constitution doesn't allow. Well, the constitution allows you as a president to use your jurisdiction to fire people, and he will not fire them. Yeah? He's just looking at Chitalu Chilufya. Now, Chitalu Chilufya appeared in court for these corruption cases because obviously he's under the Anti-Corruption Commission. They've been investigating him. Of course, the whole thing, it seemed staged, but why would a political, somebody who's supposed to be even an enemy of government because you're stealing from the government, be having cadres cheering him on? Cadres appeared at court. Yeah? This is COVID-19 period, by the way, where we are told you need to social distance. I've shared videos on my YouTube channel. I wanted you guys to watch those videos. You've seen the president going to different parts of Western province. No social distancing observed. People are dancing, people are singing, people are doing whatever they like. He's silently campaigning, subliminally campaigning, and we are just watching. You get me? And if you try to protest, they stop you. We've seen pictures of UPND cadres condemning, obviously, what is going on, and we've also seen PF cadres protesting against Hakainde Hichilema. And I'm thinking, you protest when there's so many issues in the country. People are suffering, there's poverty in Zambia, and then you want to protest over an individual? You don't protest against an individual, but you protest against the system of the government which we have right now, which is a mess, a total mess. And what will change the system of Zambia is if we change leadership, number one, and we stop cadreism. I don't buy cadreism, and I will never support it. Okay, so SAMPA says he called on the police to be alert and ensure that anyone who breaches the law becomes answerable. Now, we have been complaining about these things on our live streams, and people think we are just making noise. But you see, this is how far things have gone, where we've complained, and the cadres feel we are above the law. They issue videos threatening B-Flow. They issue videos threatening Pilato. And nobody says anything until they storm the police station. Now, I don't know what type of offense in Zambia that could be, but in the UK, if you are a foreigner, you are even deported after prison. This is not a light offense. You cannot storm a place of law, because a police station is a place of order. A place of order where people are supposed to obey the law, and everything in the country is controlled by the police, because the police are there to help people to abide by the law. And that is where the PF cadres stormed. So Richard is asking, what have they done again, the cadres? Oh, so Richard, basically the cadres in Lusaka stormed Lusaka Central Police Station, and these are the PF cadres that stormed. And I'll read to you a story why they did that. But before that, I'm just reading what KELVIN SAMPA has said. He's condemned the behavior. Usually, ZNBC don't post anything. All they do is celebrate what the president is doing, celebrate what the government is doing, and they kind of like hide what's going on. And then Radio Phoenix has exposed why the PF cadres stormed Central Police. I'll read that for you. So, okay. So KELVIN SAMPA was speaking to ZNBC News in Lusaka, and he appealed to all youths in the party to remain calm and not to engage in violence even when provoked. Provoked by who? Who has provoked PF cadres when they are the ones who keep on provoking other people? Who is in in government right now? Is it UPND? Is it Dr. Chimba Kambwila and his party? Is it Harry Kalaba? Is it KBF? It's the current government. So these guys do what they do because they know they are above the law. Yes, it's a live stream. So this, I'll read that to you. Naomi saying, when was that dear and why did they do that? I'll read that for you. Okay, so Glenda is saying you're correct. ZNBC is biased in reporting. They are biased in reporting. They never reported this. And I'll just read right now why they have decided to report, because they know people will know about this. Yeah. Okay, so he said the incident where the President Edgar was respected in Monze angered many youths, but that the head of state has guided that there should be no vengeance. No. If they raided the police station in Monze, it would make sense. But this is a lie. This is proper bogus, and they just want to cover up. Now, I will read to you exactly what happened. That's the reason why these guys reacted. Okay? To show you that we are keeping thugs in our country and they are above the law, I will read this. So this is from Radio Phoenix. Radio Phoenix is independent, so we don't expect them to be biased. Okay, so this was reported on Phoenix FM Zambia. At 13 hours today, it's going to be coming up as well. They're going to report this as well. The opposition UPND charged that the recent beating of the police officers by suspected PF cadres at the Central Police is a clear indication that Zambia is a failed state. Total failure. I agree with that. We are in a total mess. There's no way we could have PF cadres storming a police station. I'm even scared of a police car. Now imagine storming in a police station. What audacity do these people have? What type of powers and authority do they have? We've become a lawlessness country, that the PF cadres feel they are above the law. And in order for us to know that PF, as they claim by KELVIN SAMPA, that they obey the law, they should start by arresting every person that went to the police station that day. Because at least it will show that they are working within the law. As it stands, it's just mouth, just to keep us comforted. We now live in a country of lies, full of lies. We've even had Given Lubunda contest that there is no built-in billboards in Zambia, when clearly they are there. They are all over Lusaka. So are you saying Mwaliteta is lying? Are you saying that I'm lying? Are you saying that everybody that has seen the billboards is lying? We are now living in a web of lies, because that is the type of government we're being governed by. Okay, so the reports have emerged that some suspected PF cadres last Saturday stormed the Lusaka Central Police. You see, it was silent. Nobody talked about it, but it happened on Saturday, where they beat up some unsuspecting officers on duty. How do you even have the audacity to beat up somebody who's in uniform? This is a shock. It is a disgrace. Somebody in uniform represents the government of Zambia. Somebody who's in uniform represents the law of Zambia. So if you decide to beat up somebody in uniform, then you are saying the law is useless. So whoever instructs these people and the head, everybody should be fired. Nobody deserves to be in any position, starting from the Ministry of Home Affairs. If you know your duty as a Ministry of Home Affairs, you know that your responsibility is to keep the law of Zambia intact. You must fire yourself. In fact, step down. You don't deserve to be in that position. Give it to people who understand the law of our country. Okay, so it has been imaged that the officers were beaten up whilst on duty and got away with an undisclosed amount of money belonging to one of the officers after a C5 anti-robbery squad shot and killed a suspect earlier, who happened to be a relative of one of the cadres. So the reason why the cadres stormed the police station was because one of the cadres, his brother is a robber, a thief, yeah? And because he was killed by C5 anti-robbery squad, he decided, let's go and storm the police station. Meaning, we should accept robbery. It is part of us. We should accept it. And then you go in and steal the police officer's money. You have stolen. You are thieves. And there's even a post from, is it Diggers, where they said one of the PF leaders, cadres, they, at first they had staged the robbery. And believe you me, if it had not emerged that it was PF cadres, this would have gone on UPND cadres. And there would have been lots of confusion and statements about how, PF cadres are being attacked, or how UPND cadres are attacking the police station. So this is our country now, where a PF cadre is above the law than the police. They stormed in the police station, Central Police. The Central Police is one of the most scariest police stations. What guts do these people have in order for them to enter? Okay, John says, in my opinion, we are shooting the messenger carrying the message. The author is Lungu and his henchmen. If he got off his butt and publicly declared that the law is a law, please be the police. It's shocking. Now, the police are always armed. If the police had shot the PF cadres, what would have happened? And the thing is, right now, the police, they are depending on that as a job, as an opportunity for them to feed their families. So some of them ran away. And some of them were allowed to be beaten up because a cadre is above the law. If a cadre complains about a police officer, you are fired. If a cadre complains about anybody, you are fired instantly. So cadreism in Zambia must come to an end. I don't support it. As long as we have cadreism now, and the next government has cadres, it will be worse. Because the cadres of the opposition that are watching these things happening are just looking at a certain angle and saying, when our time comes, we will do worse. And believe you me, if you dare speak against the president of whichever cadre that will be whichever leader that will be in power or in position, you will see worse things. I just supported the president of Zambia over something, and the way I was attacked, I saw it, and I just say, I don't think we are in a state where people understand that freedom of expression means you can express yourself about this, you can express yourself about that, you can support this. Why should people come and call me names for simply saying, I think the president was right about, him saying we should support our villages, and people attacked me. Now, let's see next year. And my concern is, if this cadreism carries on, we are heading for destruction. Some of them will never even accept your vote. And also, my fear is people may even be kidnapped. People can even be treated in a way whereby they have to vote for this party, because if you don't, this will happen to your family. We've seen PF cadres go to a girl named Serafina. She's a comedian from Zambia that was talking about the NFCA mines and other mines on the Copper Belt that were locking up workers, that were being locked up by the Chinese, bosses. And she was attacked, but they went to her mother's place. Made sure they turned upside down everything in the house and issued a warning that they were looking for her. Now, she was just simply expressing herself, and the cadres went with the police car in uniform. The police don't do that. We've heard of Sparks Mining being charged for wearing uniforms and for having, weapons. But we are having cadres who are even wearing police uniforms and using police vehicles. So who is above the law here? I mean, the president, what is he saying? He has the time to talk about HH. How HH, you call yourself a billionaire, but you don't help your villages. But he will never make a statement about what's going on. And clearly he is silent because he doesn't care. Some of you have said he's a humble leader. If he was a humble leader, he would not, if you've checked out my YouTube stories, I've shared a video. Check on my YouTube stories where the president says, I am in position now and I'll use my power to do what I want to do. If the President Kaunda was there for 27 years, you are complaining about just me doing this. So that alone should tell you he doesn't care. You know, we've cried, we've mourned, we've said all sorts of things, we've commented on his page, and he's living like he doesn't even know these things exist. And then we have the Vice President, Inongewina, that appeared from nowhere like a ghost. Her page has been inactive since 2016. The last page was, the last post on her page was when she said she had casted a vote in 2016. 4 years later, her page has been inactive, meaning she doesn't even know what's going on in Zambia, or she's not even bothered. And then she starts issuing statements about this is what is happening, the gassing, this and this. And then it's like she had answers to who was gassing. And therefore, the Zambian people have also demanded that she needs to apologize. I've also shared a video of one of the UPND, it was a meeting where the UPND chairman was in Choma, was their secretariat, and also the UPND MP, the gentleman that talked about that she needs to apologize because he had raised concerns in Parliament, and then Parliament was stating that he needed to apologize. He said, no, this woman needs to apologize to the Zambian people. So this is what we have going on, and that's why I always share the videos on my channel, so that when we come and have a live discussion like this, you will have an understanding of what I'm talking about, because there's so much going on in Zambia. Within a short period of time, there's always something. I've also shared a video of the guy in Rwanda who is part of the rebel groups that is claiming that our president has funded that. Whether it's an allegation or not, Zambia should never be mentioned. That's what I said in my video. Zambia should never be mentioned. And then we have CADRES happening in Zambia, and they're thinking, okay, we have so much going on in our country, and then why should we hear our name in another country? You know, what type of government do we have at present? So my emphasis will be in, you must please vote wisely. And in as much as they might try to rig the election, vote wisely. Your vote will count. Ask your mother, your father, everybody, your grandfather, everybody in the village to vote, because your vote will count. So I thought I should just bring this to you, and I'll bring you another update. And then this evening as well, we're going to have a live stream for everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in. The CADRES are upset of, with what's going on with one of their, family members dying. So the best thing is to go and attack police. The police have been given the ability and the skills and the go-ahead to shoot and kill somebody who is a threat to the country. So when they kill a robber suspect, maybe these guys had guns, and maybe these guys were going to kill other people, meaning we'll lose more lives. So one life is better than having 20 people die, you see. And why would you even storm a police station because your brother or your cousin or whoever is a robber, and you go and rob the police station and even steal money? This is the current government. So I thought I should share this with you. Grace Musonda, thank you so much for joining in. Sharon Mojuta, thank you so much. Naomi says, keep going on. Well, sis, God will reward you greatly. So I thought I should just share this with you. And I'll see you on my next live stream when I'll be talking about something else. It's a girl, Lelemo Tams, also known as Gelawapa Z, girl from Zambia. See you on my next video. I love you guys.